First, the newly formed Turkish Republic joins the Axis to regain its empire. Next, Britain and Spain join the Axis to either retain or rebuild their empires. In North America, Canada, going against the UK, stays in the Allies, leaving the Empire and Commonwealth as well as the USA joining. With German plans of expanding the Axis, the USSR joins the Axis for various interests. Next, the Kingdom of Iran joins the Axis with shared interests in the Middle East. And after, due to the internal problems, issues, and confusion that plagued the USSR, later breaking into two factions. Meanwhile, the British Raj and Commonwealth leave the empire to restore democracy and join the Allies or to get independence. Argentina annexes Uruguay, Paraguay, and Chile, as well as joining the Axis. Brazil and Bolivia also joined the Allies. Saudi Arabia is given almost complete control of the Arabian Peninsula after said Arab states are threatened by the Axis. In Europe, Greater Germany is formed again, invading Belgium and France, forcing the government into exile. In the Middle East, the British made a landing in Syria with the help of the Turkish occupying the region, with the French retreating into Syria. In Russia, a coup starts in Mongol Siberia, forming a Russian republic looking to reunite their former country. Later, the Axis launched a successful campaign in Egypt, with the country being an independent member under Italy. In a breath of fresh air for the Allies, Finland and Korea joined the Allies. In Africa, Ethiopia rebels against their Italian oppressors, attacking Axis members and their colonies. With the help of an allied insurgents, the Allies has formed a Kurdish state at the anger of the Turkish government and Axis. Skipping over the pond, Mexico has joined the Axis, annexing Greater Texas and declaring war on the USA. China, after joining the Allies, would occupy Manchuria in a successful offensive, soon making their way to Korea and Mongolia. As the German Führer dies without a successor, the Reichstag falls into crisis, sending the Reich into a civil war. Japan's purposes are a ceasefire to China. In return, China funding rebels in Indonesia and Malaysia, leading China to be forced out of the Allies. After, China would fall back into a warlord period as the government loses respect. Greece and Italy would then join the Allies against Turkey, leading to an Axis invasion. A civil war breaks in the United Kingdom against parliamentists and extremists, while the IRA capture Northern Ireland. In Northern Europe, Finland and Karelia have joined under the Allies. Iran, in the Axis, begins to have greater influence in Turkmenistan and Afghanistan, even able to make concessions in the Raj, soon to be able to reform their great empire. The Allies and Brazil would then launch an offensive against Argentina, although being quickly halted due to defensive artillery. Finally, after a long talk with Canadian and American diplomats, Mexico joins the Allies. South Korea attempts to invade North Korea, but the North becomes victorious. The United States annexes Canada as its 51st state. Next, an empire forms in Oceania and Indonesia, annexing lands from Australia and Indonesia. Next, in Europe, the UK annexes France and Norway, facing aggression from the reformed Kalmar Union. But in the East, the Polish-Belarusian Commonwealth was formed at the determinant of the reformed Soviet Union, currently invading Ukraine. The USSR may find a new ally in Iran, as the Sassanid Empire has reformed. I'm interested to see what they could do in the future. Back in Europe, Ireland has been conquered by India. The Balkans, Serbia reforms Yugoslavia with Montenegro and Macedonia. And last but not least, Germany is divided into North Germany, Bavaria and West Germany. First of all, we'll start in Europe, since once again it has changed massively since last episode. In Germany, the uprising has spread beyond Austria and Hamburg and all over Germany, and later France and Poland. This would result in the Soviets making a push back into Ukraine and Belarus, while Poland-Belarusia has expanded beyond its original borders. In the Balkans, Greater Romania, Yugoslavia and Greater Hungary is formed, with Transylvania being occupied by Greater Romania. In Europe, the Germans still remain in Spain, Western Ukraine and are exiled in Africa. Speaking of Africa, Africa has been split by world powers, with the Maghreb Union forming under Persia and the Caucasian. It's split by Greater Bangladesh and the Soviet Union. The Empire of Spain is exiled to its colonies. In Europe, a new peace treaty is being written and Japan is the only remaining Axis power.